skills is
LeBron
skills.
James
But
isn't better than David Robinson, so I'm fine with
as
that.
an Admiral fan, I would disagree.
That's okay.
I've never seen a game that I like more than David Robinson's game. I've never seen a game I like more. But I would say that LeBron was better than the Admiral.
It's okay.
Better basketball player, better. Okay, let's just talk. Better
He's
basketball
not better
player.
than Tim Duncan. He's not better than Kevin Garnett. There's a
We
few
had this conversation. Was that 2 weeks ago? We had this conversation. Like, is Tim Duncan better than LeBron James?
No. I mean, yes. Excuse me.
Tim Duncan is better than LeBron James. Jay disagrees.
So first of all, if I had to rank Tim Duncan, David Robinson, and LeBron James, it would be LeBron 50-21. Like I think that pure skill set, David Robinson was a better player than Tim Duncan.
Okay.
Pure skill set.
Okay.
I think when you add the accolades and everything in it, that's why that list is that order, because you can't separate player versus player and accolades. So with accolades, it goes LeBron by far, Tim real close to that, and David Robinson pulling up the third when you add the accolades in there. But skill set, that's just where I'm at with it. And
David Robinson has 2 legit titles. LeBron has 0.
0?
I give him 1. I give him Cleveland.
Can't say 0.
I can, because he put that team together. David Robinson didn't do that for himself.
Got
Sorry.
it. You're saying
however,
LeBron James is not
having an all-world center who backs goes
David
out.
Robinson could handle the ball better than LeBron James. He could shoot the ball better than LeBron. He could do everything better than LeBron James. I'm sorry,
Now,
he is better than LeBron James.
So
James
what I'm saying, what you're saying that David Robinson didn't put the team together. He didn't put the team together, but having that injury and then falling down to number. Go ahead.
He didn't have to leave his team to learn from another big homie how to win. He didn't have to do that. LeBron James had to leave his team multiple times to win, still to fall short of the elusive 6 rings that he was chasing after. But
what David Robinson did do, he literally, his back literally gave out from having the Spurs on his back for 10 years. And then they got the number 1 pick, who happened to be another all-world center. You know what I'm saying?
No, I don't know what you're saying, because guess what? LeBron James would have traded that number 1 pick away for a Michael Jordan if he could. He would have traded that number 1 pick away and not have developed that person, not have played with that person, not have appreciated the gift that he had in a number 1 player, not have ruined the league by trading away number 1 picks to different teams. Like, I'm sorry, but no. He's still not better than David Robinson.
With the yellow duke. No, listen. I'm a David Robinson fan, and I think his greatness is underappreciated. I think he was better than Hakeem. This is my guy. This is my guy. However,
Clutch Sports are your guys. Can we be for
right.
real?
I can't even name 3 people in Clutch Sports. I can name 2.
You're number 1 and 2. You're number 1 and 2.
Nah.
You're LeBron,
the thing is, like, again, I'm not gonna sit by idly and let people say that the dude isn't an all-time great, because he's an all-time great. He is.
I didn't say he wasn't an all-time great. He's just an all-time great in this era. He is an all-time great from 2003 to now. He is not comparable to anybody who played before that time. It was a different league, and we have to stop doing that. Comparison.
Can I butt in real quick?
Yeah,
so I was having technical difficulties, so I don't know. Was y'all able to hear the clip?
I just heard I think we
got the consensus of what he was saying.
Yes, the consensus of it is that Michael Wilbon is saying that how dare we say that LeBron James must be better than all these other all-time greats. Like, we don't have to say that he's better than Magic Johnson and other players.
Right.
Okay. All right. Cool. And now, hold on. What are we talking about now? What I missed?
No, she said that LeBron is better than David. That David Robinson is better than LeBron, and I disagree.
You disagreed. Oh, that David is better than LeBron?
Yeah, I disagree.
That's tough. Oh, you think David is better than LeBron, Dom?
I do. I think he's a better shooter. I think he's a better ball handler, which I've seen. I think that he is better at everything. And I think he didn't have to leave his team to learn how to win. He didn't trade away the number 1 pick to win a title, to try to grab a Michael Jordan to come and play alongside him. I mean, he's better than LeBron James. As a player, from a skill set perspective.
Are y'all, is y'all disagreement based on miscommunication? Because one of y'all is saying better but thinking greater. Because if we got a greatness list, LeBron is for sure higher than David Robinson on the greatness list.
Yes,
I said it already. LeBron is definitely greater.
I'm saying that as a basketball player, David Robinson is better than LeBron James all around.
I disagree.
That's fine.
I disagree. And I disagree while stating I have never seen anybody's game that I loved more than David Robinson. There's not a game that exists. Michael Jordan, Penny Hardaway, Shaq. There's not a game that I admire more than David Robinson's skill set.
So then let me ask you then, what does David Robinson do well? So you love his game. That's your favorite player. So what does he do really well?
He's a quintessential big man. Anything that you need, he can play high post, low post, pass in the post, get out the post, move. He can stretch the defense. He can get to the cup with ease, and he can hit free throws when you foul him. And he can hit an extended jump shot.
So he can shoot. He can shoot the ball. He can dribble the ball. What else? You said that he knows how to play his position, right? So what does LeBron James do well?
Be LeBron. He's really well at being himself. Okay. He could do it all. For me, I would like LeBron's game more. Hold on, because this is something that I've said before, and I've said it for the last 5 years. LeBron needs to come off the ball and play at this point in his career. He needs to play the full. We're not asking
what he needs to do. What does he do well? What has he done well in his career? What does he do well now? Don't tell me what he needs to do.
Score, win, pass.
Score, win, and pass.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, that check is in the mail.
He's done all of those well.
That check is in the mail.
Yeah, I guess.
Is Rich Paul gonna be reaching out to you, Jay?
So it's funny. It's funny because you described.
Is it wrong though? Is it wrong?
Yes, it is. Because how does he score? What does he do well in scoring of the ball? You described.
He puts the ball inside that orange circle a whole lot of times, which generates a lot of points. He averages about 27.
Okay, Torian Prince.
Rebound. I got that reference.
Grab the ball, you rebound it. That's how the other team got more rebounds. Mm-hmm. I got it. We got it, Jay. Thank you. Case closed.
Sure, absolutely.
Case dismissed.
I think it's close, man. But it's hard. It's hard to say that David is better or greater than LeBron. But I do think that David probably mastered more of the game than LeBron, possibly. But David was
even greater. Look at the greatness.
But David was not flawed. He was a limited player as well. Like when you look at all the centers, as far as skill set and talent, Hakeem Olajuwon was a far more skilled and talented player than David Robinson. It was levels to it. Now David Robinson was a freak athlete. Yeah,
Jay.
But that's how great the players back then were. That David Robinson did not even compare to Hakeem Olajuwon. But I'm with you, Dom, that the era is stronger then. So there are going to be a lot of players that people think are better in this era than the previous era, but it's really not. I just don't think David Robinson and LeBron is one of those good examples. That now there's a lot of people in that era that trump a lot of people in this era, but those two, I think that's not the.
I wouldn't say David was better than LeBron.
I don't think that LeBron would have been able to handle David Robinson, and I think that David Robinson would have been able to guard him back then. So if you put those two players, and again, when you talk about greatness, I again go to a place where I think David Robinson is greater than LeBron. His 2 rings did not come from team hopping, trading away players. Or
Those are Tim Duncan's two. Those are Tim Duncan's rings, not David Robinson. David Robinson ain't do squat.
They might not have been.
No. The first ring, David Robinson did a lot. The second,
He did a lot.
ring,
Those were Tim Duncan's rings.
The second ring was really.
Are we forgetting Tim Duncan was first team all defense that year, and that was his team as a rookie.
So he did a lot, but again,
Nah, listen.
if LeBron was on that team, Tim Duncan wouldn't have been there. Tim Duncan wouldn't have 2 rings if LeBron was on that team, because Tim Duncan wouldn't have made it to the Spurs.
Yeah, but hold on. But listen. I think the correct player to really say is definitively better. That David is better than is Giannis. I think Tim Duncan is better than Giannis. I think Tim Duncan is better than Jokic. I think not Tim Duncan. I think David Robinson is better than Giannis, Jokic, and Embiid. I don't think that stretches to LeBron. I don't think David Robinson. I think Hakeem. If you had a conversation about Hakeem being better than LeBron, I would be with you.
You just made my point, and I want to
thank you.
I want to thank you for that, Mel, because LeBron James is a power forward. He's not a guard. We have to stop this. His comparable, he should be compared to those players, power forwards. He is not a guard. He can't shoot the ball. He can't dribble the ball.
Fair.
He's not a guard.
Fair. That's fair.
But
he's better than Duncan. He's not better than Hakeem. He's not better. I mean, he's not better than Duncan or Hakeem, but he's better than David Robinson.
I mean, Mel, you can be the final say. But
I'm not trying to be the final say. I was just trying to join in the combo. I'm not trying to be the final say.
He's lacking in too many fundamentals, and I think anybody that knows how to play their position and master their position can beat LeBron. That's just what I believe, and that's why I think that he's a better player. I think Kevin Garnett is a better player than LeBron. I think Paul Pierce is a better player than LeBron. When
Paul
you
Pierce,
I got it.
Able to make your position.
Paul
when you're
Pierce.
I got to jump in on that
the
one.
way that I heard, the way that I remember and watching them play. I mean, I remember Paul Pierce shouting at LeBron, and just saying things like, "You know what? You're going to miss this free throw anyway," and he sure did, bricks on bricks.
Mm-hmm.
So,
listen,
I mean, it's a lot of truth to that.
Paul Pierce is disrespectful.
There's just so many skill sets, and there's so many skill sets in sports, right? There's physical fitness, there's athleticism, there's skills, right? There's also mental fitness. And LeBron James loses to so many people in so many of those different categories. So, case closed.
I don't think Paul Pierce is one of them.
I do.
Paul Pierce don't think Paul Pierce is one of them.
No, Paul Pierce might think Paul Pierce one of them.
The truth is the truth.
Oh yeah, because Paul Pierce was saying he was better than Wade. I remember that.
Paul Pierce,
they cooked the shit out of Paul.
Was it Jalen Rose who did that?
Yes,
somebody.
Yes, it was.
Now, I was with you when you said KG. I can let that right. There's a conversation. I can't let you get Paul Pierce up.
I watched those series. When it comes to mental fitness, Paul Pierce is better than him. I trust Paul Pierce with the ball in a late game situation, not LeBron James. Period. If I have to give the ball to somebody to shoot and score, my life was dependent upon it, I'm giving it to my dog, not LeBron James.
Yeah, but that can be true without
that man did something to you. That man did something to that lady.
No, we ain't gotta go there. We ain't gotta go there. We can move on to the next topic. But listen, all that Dominique, when you make a claim, sometimes the claim, if people disagree with it, it is what it is. But then after that claim, you say a bunch of true stuff. And we can't deny that the stuff that you're saying is true, but then it don't connect to the claim. Like, yes, I do trust Paul Pierce late in games more than I trust LeBron. Does that make him better than LeBron? It doesn't.
To me, it does. To you, it doesn't. And that's
okay. Yeah. I mean,
where we fall different. That's all.
If they were equal players, and the only difference was one can be trusted at the end and one can't, then yeah, that'll make you better. But they're not even equal to begin with. Like, Paul Pierce is better skilled. He can shoot better. I mean, it's a lot of things that LeBron has as just natural gifts that just put him above Paul Pierce.
But
You know,
what?
it's gonna be hard to make up that gap. Like Paul Pierce got more skill, but the gap that God gave LeBron as far as his athletics and his physique and his speed and all that stuff, all those attributes that he had, that created a huge gap between them as athletes. And even if Paul Pierce is mentally tougher and more clutch and all this stuff and shoot better, like he don't close that gap. And it means that one player actually worked on his game more and got more skill set, and he's still not better than this guy because of what God gave him.
If
I mean,
LeBron
it just
used
is what it is.
God gave him and all of that athleticism in a way that I thought was more impressive than Paul Pierce's skill set, then I would be able to say he's a better player.
Me
All
too.
he's doing is bum rushing lane.
Trust me, I would love to say that. You know, I love to poke holes in LeBron James, but I mean, I got to be honest too. Like I would love to say Paul Pierce is better. He's just not though. And I don't even think Paul Pierce would even admit it. Well, hey, once a man say somebody better than me, then I never say you better than him. And Paul Pierce has said that LeBron is the freaking GOAT. So I'm never gonna put Paul Pierce above LeBron. Like you got to believe it yourself before I believe it.
I mean, Dwayne Wade gave LeBron James the keys to the castle, and he didn't deserve them. So there's we all make our decisions.
There you go. I mean,
it is.